Hi everyone, welcome back to the July edition of Loop Live. My name's Josh Gallagher and I'm really pleased to be back to unpack the now and the next in media and marketing. Now, back in June, last time we spoke to you, it was about something I'm really proud of. We're taking the step in addressing inclusive planning. So we uncovered a really big issue that we wanted to talk about to everyone. And that was that our paid media practices have yet to be matched by the areas that influence society the most. We question why culture is shaped by media, but why we don't have equal representation, in particular for females, in media targeting, but not in the paid content created by real people. That was last month, and that was something that needed to be addressed now, but it will also be something that we need to address in the future. And today we're going to talk about the now, the next, and the future of retail. As we close this edition and this season of Loop Live and our bigger picture white papers, we are going to talk about the changing shape of retail. And that's something that affects all of our businesses, whether we're agency businesses, brand marketers, and retailers in general. And a retail revolution is really upon us. Who would have predicted that 2 years ago where online retail is today? But today, we're going to do just that. We're going to start to look at the next 10 days of retail. So where shoppers are finding brands that they've never found in a physical store. We're going to then look at the next 10 months where purchase and delivery at home will become the norm. It will become mainstream. And then we're also going to cast our minds to the next 10 years where new technology will probably make the entire shopping purchase contactless. As usual, we're going to be joined by a whole heap of insiders with a view about what's happening in the next 10 days, in the next 10 months, and also in the next 10 years. Ron joins us from our regional team. Our MediaCom head of e-commerce for the region will ground us in the realities of this topic, but also lead a discussion with some absolute experts. And we've got a lot of really great people joining today. Major brand leaders from Fonterra, Dell, and Mars, and platform experts from Grab, who are really at the forefront of some of this change. So there's going to be a lot of discussion today. Any questions, place them in the comments, and hopefully we'll get some time to cover them off at the end. So let's set the scene now for the retail revolution, so we're all in the loop.
Who would have predicted 2 years ago where online retail is today? In the next 10 days, shoppers will discover new brands online that have never seen a physical store. In the next 10 months, buying and receiving your purchases at home will be mainstream. In the next 10 years, new technology will make the entire shopping experience contactless. Speed, convenience, and simplicity will put online retail on a trajectory to be the #1 way to buy. And brands need a strategy for handling data, analytics, tech, and content. Cross-channel shopping is the new reality. Breadth of product is valued #1 by consumers. Successful brands will find ways to intelligently select the right omni-experiences. Does price or promotion trigger purchase? How much media budget do we need to invest? When do we shift from 2D to 3D retail experiences with social commerce, metaverse shopping, and NFTs? A retail revolution is upon us. Selecting the right approach will deliver more profitable consumers more often.
Hi, no one predicted the rapid pace at which the retail industry has evolved over the last 2 years. New behaviors have emerged in the shopping and consumption. There has been a surge in e-commerce and an increased preference for trusted brands. The basket size has grown to compensate for reduced shopping frequency. Stores have shifted closer to home, and the demand for sustainability has been on rise. Retailers have covered decades in days in trying to fully adopt digital commerce and fulfilling increasing commerce delivery. What we saw is that there has been 17% increase in online grocery shopping. E-pharmacy demand increased 10 times in 15 days. It is safe to say that we are on a first track to transform every consumer's shopping experience. If I take my family example, we used to buy our grocery from Fair Price or any other shop or cold storage. We used to buy our Indian requirement from our selected stores in Little India. But now we have moved fully onto fairprice.com, now buying from GrabMart and the newborn Indian online store, which is Wango. Buyers have been spending billions on shopping online, and the trend is not slowing down. Retailers have had constantly innovate to retain their interest and loyalty. A large number of shoppers worldwide has shifted retailers and brand as a result of their new behavior. Omnichannel experience has been the most empowering for consumers and equally rewarding for retailers and brand. Online shoppers are already purchasing more and spending significantly greater sum than those who exclusively shop at store. This is the reason why cross-channel shopping will dominate in the years to come. Retailers must first evaluate their omnichannel offering to address shoppers' behavior and preference. They should provide an in-store experience on digital channel and digital channel features when shoppers are in the store for successful engagement. Strategic partnerships are crucial to access new capabilities and significantly extend reach, especially when expanding to greenfield markets. The omnichannel strategy depends on retailers' strategic ambition, their capability, and their vision that they have got for the shopper experience. With omnichannel has many variants, but three primary strategies are commerce, personalization, and ecosystem. Retailer can stick to with one strategy, go deep, and then excel as a commerce or personalization leader. More importantly, each strategy has proven to be viable in creating long-term value if executed well. Retailers can take this approach, both physical and digital first brands. Often prioritize one channel and invest in targeted cross-channel connection to support the buying experience, such as the ability to order online and return in store. This is very commonly used by fashion brands, by the electronic media brands. We have seen it very commonly used by Zara, H&M, Nike, Adidas. At the most basic level, this model allows retailers to meet the minimum threshold for omnichannel performance. But the retailers with more advanced capability can take it to a very different level. Best Buy, for instance, has burnished the in-store experience with curated offering that allow customers to explore smart home technology solutions, which they pair with free in-home advisory services. Personalization is very big, and with our 50% by 2025 APAC, 50% of our audience will be Gen Zs and Millennials. Gen Zs wants the brand to be personalized, to be customized, and help them to be distinctive. Therefore, the brands cannot rest on history. To stay relevant in the market, brands need to leverage their legacy while investing in fast and continuous innovation, perhaps through partnership and collaboration running at the same speed as smaller and the newer brands. The brands have to focus on balancing quality and price. It is brands' responsibility to identify features that offer value and price them reasonably. They need to match quality, price, and utility expectation by being more stringent when deciding for the product features. Balancing price and quality is important, but the product also has to be green. To form fruitful loyalty and capture bigger market share, brands have to tell a compelling story that reflects their principles and vision of sustainability. Local brands find an edge with the Gen Z shoppers as they heavily influenced by distinct and local cultural habits lifestyles, and attitude. In this ecosystem, when so many things were happening, e-commerce business is supposed to touch 6 trillion. By 2025, it is supposed to be 11 trillion, 24 million e-commerce site, and there is a constant change. There is a rise in marketplaces. More brands are launching D2C, branded app. Social commerce has turned to be the new option. Huge rise in opportunity like retail media. Cost of shopper acquisition is on the rise because of the media cost high. Death of third-party cookies. In midst of all these challenges, our clients posted few burning questions for us to answer. Is portfolio optimized for this marketplace? Do we link the right SKUs, products to media campaign? Can we make more heroes? How do we decompose historical sales into baseline sales and sales due to promotion, competition, media, and other digital shelf metrics? How do we prioritize all the driver based on their impact on sales? Is there a planning approach using advanced analytic science to model relationship between key media levers, GMV, ROAS, spends, to maximize revenue by platform against the given budget? How do we allocate budget by mega day always on? To answer these important challenges and burning issues, Mediacom's launched their proprietary toolkit. We call it Shop Select. It has got 4 modules. The first module is M Workshop. It's a one view dashboard which house and visualize all the e-commerce data. It works across market, across platform. We have been using it for a few of the clients that we have got in the panel. The second module is portfolio. This module answers, is the portfolio optimized for the marketplace? So portfolio evaluation is to prioritize products based on performance KPIs, as well as uncover SKUs with high performance potential. This is a formal process to understand retail readiness score at a product level. The key objective is to identify right SKU links to media and drive profit across the portfolio. The third module is driver. What triggers purchase? It utilizes statistical model that decompose sales into constituents and lays the foundation for optimizer. Key objective of this to isolate impact of different drivers, study it on sales, and derive an implementable action plan across pack sizes. The last module is demand. How to allocate media budget across in-platform and across platform. This budget optimizer facilitates the optimization of budget quickly and efficiently and in a data-driven way. The solution determines media investment both in-channel and cross-channel. It uses historical campaign data to seek out pattern in relationship between the media spend and the sales. Its key objective is to provide in and cross-platform media budget allocation. So when we spoke to a few of our clients, Guy, we will get to know that how he benefited of few of these modules that we used for his business. With this, I would like to welcome our first panelist, Fuxing.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, Fuxing. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
So many of us in Mediacom knows Fuxing. Who don't know Fuxing, she's head of e-commerce for Mass Nutrition. We've been working with Fuxing for quite some time. Thanks, Fuxing, for taking out time in your busy schedule. I know that you've been traveling a lot last 2 weeks. Thanks for joining us. We'd like to ask that we know of the fact that by 2025, half of APAC population will be Gen Z and the millennials. So with these different kind of shoppers, what are the few initiatives that Mars Pet Care is taking to be relevant, how to attract these new generation shoppers?
Sure, Ron. To win the new generation shoppers, we take the same approach as what we have taken with the previous generation, the baby boomers, Gen X like myself, which is actually the fundamentally we should still have in-depth consumer understanding, right? Gen Z, millennials, what doesn't change is that the consumer understanding. Once we have the consumer understanding of their characteristic, that's how we stay relevant. So I think the key is, we need to stay relevant. Now, the new generation of shoppers, they were born in the digital age. They have easy access to information and they are very savvy social media users. But with this as well, they are bombarded with overwhelming amount of information. So with this as well, the shopper journey has changed forever. It's no longer a straight line, right? We used to say awareness, consideration, purchase, and it's now far more complicated in terms of the touch points than ever before. Hence, the brand communication that we do right now, we know that we need to be a lot more focused, a lot more single-minded, and a lot more consistent across the different touch points. But having the ability to localize and personalize it, right, goes back to we need to stay relevant to the new generation. I mentioned they are very savvy social media user. They are also very savvy shoppers. I think you mentioned it a while ago that the price and quality and offerings that we provide needs to match the expectation. So that's very important. And also having the right content at the right moment when they need the content is something that we need. And also in this fast-paced generation, speed to serve needs to go hand in hand. All in all this is to ensure a very pleasant shopping experience to them. Otherwise, they will not come back to the brand. Yeah. They are also very conscious about people, very conscious about planet, and brands are actually demanded, right, and held accountable for the actions that we have. So I think in this day and age, companies and brands with very clear purpose and stay true to the purpose consistently over time stand a better chance at winning the hearts of the new generation shoppers. I think all in all, I think in summary, they live in the times of digital technologies explosion. And they are more complicated than the generations before. So for us as the brand, we just need to continue to enrich our understanding about the shoppers to remain relevant. And honestly, the only way to do this is to embrace the digital transformation, not just from a brand perspective, but the entire organization. It requires that transformation. And we need to do this with speed and agility. So that's the only way to stay relevant.
Thanks, Sushi. So what I understand is that we need to plan. The touch points are different. Content need to be different. We need to be present across because the way that they shop. So there is a lot of work for the MediaCom team who works on.
Definitely.
A lot of work. I can see that Vivek is working on that. The second thing what I want to understand from you quickly is that how are you using retail media to bring best efficiency and effectiveness? Today, almost every platform is offering their own media, which was not there 2 years back. And they are very close. They are very close to the shoppers, and they are also providing a surround. It is not about search. There is social media, etc. So how you think that you the best use of retail media? If you tell us briefly on that?
Yeah, definitely. It's an entire ecosystem on its own, right? I think it fits really well with the far more complex shopper journey today. And we really welcome retail media. It's a very important part of our mix, because most of the retail media actually comes with outcome measurement, very clear outcome measurement, down to the SKU level. With this level of details, it actually allows a lot of continuous optimization, and it also helps us to attribute sales, right, down to where it's coming from. This level of analysis is a blessing, versus what we used to have before. And all this analysis ultimately will help us to increase the ROI from the retail media. And I think generally, just a rule of thumb, 3 to 5 times ROAS can be expected from retail media. So it's also providing very good ROAS. To make retail media work, actually, I highly recommend that everyone have joint alignment with the retail media partner from the very beginning in terms of the objective and the strategy, and stay very close contact with the retail media partner, because it's always changing. There's always latest learning. There's always latest tool update. So, you need to be the first to know when all these things are.
We are always good, training our team, learning new things. Every time we are doing, but it's quite a fun when we can get a better ROI and profitability for our clients. Thank you, Fujin. So I will come back to you as we progress on the show. I would like to invite Guy. Guy is joining us. So few of us knows Guy. Who does know Guy is head of e-commerce, global head of e-commerce, Fonterra. He has joined us from Auckland. How are you doing, Guy? We don't get to. I've been told that you've been super busy. Okay, and we've been missing you in a couple of meetings these days.
Hey, Ron. Hey, everyone.
Hi. So I would like to ask you that what are your priority drivers to win over these shoppers and how you're optimizing each of them?
Yes, it's a great question, Ron. The biggest trick for e-commerce is typically shoppers are very price sensitive and they're looking for that cheap price. They're looking for that drug. And for us, it's really about maximizing the shopper journey, ensuring that every touch point along the way is optimized. We're giving them the best possible experience, but also personalizing and making sure that is very much attuned to what they're looking and at a price point that they're willing and able to pay. What we've started to do, and I think a lot of the other people that have dialed into this will be familiar, is we've started to look at ways that we can create value without taking value. So looking at the various mechanics, the various levers that we can do to influence our sales and create stickiness with our customers. Some of the things that we've deployed and employed across the region recently have been the use of CRM mechanics, where we offer vouchers or we offer unique rewards programs for our loyal and repeat purchases, but also recommendations. So ensuring that if you bring in a friend or invite someone to try our product or through the art of gifting, that they also get recognized and they see the benefit of it. It's pretty pivotal as you heard before around using these on-platform tools, but it's also really important to make sure you've got an eye on the ROAS as well, because very quickly they can get quite expensive and they can run away from you.
Okay. Thanks, Guy. Thanks. And I know for a fact that you guys are doing so many things to be ahead of the curve. Last thing, what I want to ask you is that you're using data analytics to optimize your inputs offering by channel innovation. So how you're using it to your assortment, budget allocation, pricing, merchandising, and the new product development?
Yeah, this is a great one because I think we probably do too much of it at sometimes. There's an expression which is called paralysis by analysis, and I think we can find ourselves caught in the weeds at times. But it's really important that you have an eye on this. Very quickly with e-commerce, retailers have acknowledged it, and I think suppliers are getting to acknowledge it as well. That there's a profitability paradox, and if you don't have an eye on the data and you're not close to it across every touch point of that shopper journey, you'll very quickly bleed cash and bleed profit. When we use data, there's obviously the core kind of media metrics that we're looking at, from understanding sufficiency around traffic and page views through to conversion. But we're also looking beyond that. We're looking at ways that we can create value, tap into white spaces for innovation opportunities, look at where we might have the ability to tweak our pack price architecture or the pricing that we offer to our customers, and look at ways that we can differentiate versus the offline channels. What we're really trying to do is look for those little gold nuggets that are hidden in all of that data, and then really use that to maximize it. Now, the trouble is finding the time to do all that, but there's a lot of good stuff tucked away in there.
Thanks, Guy. I'll come back to you with more queries that our audience wants to hear from you. Okay. What we can expect the next 2 decades, maybe the last 2 decades. The last 2 decades may have rewarded first movers, but the advantage does not exist anymore. The future of retail will be about tech integration and innovation for great shopper satisfaction. E-commerce will be the lead. In the next 10 years, full digitalization will be imperative. We should expect new innovation, highly immersive stores, and unique social media targeting, virtual reality in shopping, and precisely personalization shopping experience. Retail sectors will use AI models and machine learning to restock, reorder products, while the robots clean and manage the stores. Robots will be responsible for picking and packaging goods from micro-fulfillment centers or dark stores. Mobile phone will be the thing for the past, as retailers will fully immerse shoppers in the metaverse. With VR glasses and contacts already a common experience in regular life, we can expect to see wearable screens and clothing on micro headphones that almost is invisible. These gadgets will be the bridge, the gap between the real and the digital world in the retail. We will get to see the major cities use drones for delivery, and we will also get to see a transformed store experience where dark stores, kiosks, pickup points, curb sites will make up for the most of the retail network. The pandemic has led to a massive growth in online shopper base across the category. Most shoppers have continued to shop online, though the stores have reopened. Categories such as grocery, food, medicine have seen a massive spike in online sales since the pandemic started. Shoppers try out multiple e-commerce platforms and brands for reasons such as variety, price, delivery time, and preference. They force retailers to offer services on most platforms and keep it wide range to choose from. More businesses are getting an opportunity to make a mark as shoppers today do not hesitate to try new brands. It's a big opportunity for the challenger brands and also for the leader brands to launch new variants and new kind of products. The speed of delivery is now one of the major factors in retail. When we talk to Jishan, we will talk more about this. Shoppers expect same-day delivery for their orders, or even within 30 days for categories like food, grocery, medicine. The pandemic has caused a huge supply chain disruption, which has given birth for shoppers to change their retailers and brand and has tried out new brands who are fulfilling their demand for quality, availability, and value. So data is very important. The combination of occasion, message, and touch point can be ranked for responsiveness, valuable action in an always-on mode. Data will allow faster testing and feedback loop than other physical retail channels. Leverage the shift to in-home gathering over the last 18 months. The brand should work very closely with quick commerce partners like Grab, Gojek, Foodpanda in Southeast Asia, Uber Eats, DoorDash in South Pacific, Zomato, Swiggy in India as a support to at-home social gathering. Data can help build insights into occasion and target new audience. Data targeting can help to infiltrate moments of purchase more easily. Automation is reshaping business models and value chain, as traditional method just cannot solve the cost issues anymore. By putting comprehensive automation program in place, retailers can strengthen margins by hyper-competitive environment. Today, automation and robotic have made storing, retrieving, depalletizing, and transportation products easier than before. It helps to map warehouse and optimal routes. Amazon Go retail concept has been the most prominent disruptor. Through the implementation of automation technology, Amazon Go has the potential to deliver top-line benefits from reduced wait time, use of customer insights to optimize assortment and personalization promotion. Further potential would come when for the opportunity of commercializing customer data and insight. Walmart Target, closer to our home fair price, building automated mini warehouses for robotic in-store fulfillment of digital orders. Walmart has also rolled out virtual reality headsets to train the sales force at the store. I would like to invite Mayuri for... Hi, Mayuri, how are you doing? Can you hear us? We can't.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Thank you, Ron.
Okay.
And it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you. Thanks. Thanks. I know that you take. I hope you had a wonderful week break. You took 1 week off from the busy schedule you had.
Yes, Ron. With the heat, it was good to just go to another place away from Delhi.
Okay, thank you. So we few of us knows Mayuri. Who doesn't know Mayuri? She's the head of marketing for Dell Consumer Products. She's based out of Bangalore, India. Mayuri, my question for you is that in this time where so much of complexity happening, so many things are happening, what is Dell's seamless omni-channel strategy to attract the shoppers for now, new, and next?
Yeah, so I'll just let me speak from an India perspective, right? We all know that I think all of us, what we keep constantly in mind is that the kind of a country we are in, the diversity which is there, either from a culture perspective, language perspective, age group. And when we talk about Dell and the products, for us, the audiences, the young population, the young Mets, right, which is more than 65%, which is less than 35 years old. And then even the digital affluent families, because kids going to school and the parents are also a key audience for us, and that's huge. I think what we are keeping in mind is that what we need to give what are the consumers looking for. It's not that what we want to provide, what the consumers are looking for, whether from a product perspective, price perspective, or from where they want to buy. Dell, especially in India, we've got a great and a very strong channel business, which is the retail stores. When we talk about the retail stores, it is right from our exclusive stores to the LFRs or the RLFRs, even from an e-tail perspective, Amazon and Flipkart. And then we have got our highly focused Dell.com. There are consumers in India who are, and we, all of us, we have seen that, right? Many people are comfortable buying from Amazon and Flipkart because in many of the discussions, all of you have, we have discussed that price is a big one. No matter it's a product which is less than 50,000 or it's a product which is 1 lakh rupees, right? But price matters. So whether they're getting the best price and the offer from Amazon, Flipkart, or they're going to channel or they're going to Dell.com, what doesn't matter is that it doesn't matter to us from where they buy. What we want to give them is that the best customer experience. And in doing all this, what we keep in mind is the consumer insight. We do a lot of study on what are the consumers commenting in our Dell.com. We go to the social listening on a daily basis. We deep dive into what are the pain areas or what are they looking for. We do consumer focus group discussions, face to face, right? Small group discussions, where all the insights come out. And it is not necessary that they are looking for to buy from a brand store that is Dell.com, or they want to buy, some will say they want to buy from Amazon and Flipkart. But still, India being a country where you have got a retail store every 5 minutes, like you just have to drive 5 minutes and there is a store, which is very unlike the other countries. People still want to talk to the ISP. They still want to feel the product. But so, from a Dell perspective, we work on an omni-channel strategy and say that wherever they want to buy from, we just need to give the best experience.
So thanks, Murray. It was very, very, lot many people don't understand that such a large country, India, how it behaves, what are the roles that you need to optimize, because there are different drivers. Like you said, there are different drivers, but you need to understand the consumer to optimize the driver that's going to work. With that, I'd like to ask you that how you're allocating your resource between the brand.com marketplace and social commerce, etc., to maximize your GMV and that of the investment.
Yeah, so what we do is that, Ron, we work on an omni-channel strategy. Okay, one is that we know that we have to reach so we keep the audience first. It's a consumer first approach. When we say consumer first approach, it can be from a media perspective, it can be from a communication perspective, both. And then it's, of course, the products, offer, pricing, customer experience, everything comes in place. What we also need to understand is that in today's world, it is offline, it's online to offline, and it's also offline to online, right?
Yeah.
So people are searching, they're searching on Google, they're searching on YouTube, they're searching on Amazon, they're searching on Dell.com, and they land into the store. When they land into the store, it can also happen they're also searching there, where will I get the best price? They can see the product there, but they can still go and buy in, say, Amazon. And so what we have done is that in our omni-channel strategy, when we do the media planning, we keep the audience first. Go just which is all about data marketing and then the right communication to that particular audience wherever they are. It's not that the audience will come to us. I think we need to reach wherever they are. So even say in the retail store, when we talk about the evolution, is that even when they go to the retail store, we still have a system where they actually can go and buy from Dell.com. So we have got this O2O space, we say, which is offline to online. They go to the store, they talk to the ISP. We still have got the system where they can sit there, the ISP can guide, they can select there and order it online. So
Okay,
what
that's
helps is,
fantastic.
yeah. So what really helps is that even the store may not have all the products on display, right? Many people, many
Mhm.
consumers want to see the product, but you can't have, and in India especially, when your space is so expensive, how do you take that space to online? You still have products on display, but you have your online visibility there so that people can go there, check whether from a laptop perspective, accessories, right? Anything they want to buy, they can still order online. So we work on that model, and we have got a perfect system of, when we say omni-channel, is that we have got the ISPs who are there at the retail store. We have got an assisted team where they come to Dell.com and still speak to the assisted team, whether through chat or phone or WhatsApp. And then people also do Google search in India and says that, okay, what is the near store to me? I may go to the store, or I can just call them and I get connected in 2 seconds to actually the store team. So it's a whole lot. It's retail and digital. It's all mixed today.
So this great. I honestly say I was not much aware. I have got a Dell store next to my home in Singapore. I will try out if they're doing, or otherwise we can help Dell to do it in this part. So I'll come back to you once we hear Jishan. I would request Jishan to come.
Hello, Ron.
Hi, Jishan. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
So you are in the focus because everyone is talking. The biggest driver is delivery, and you are making it happen for the brands and the retailers. Would you like to know how you're making this instant delivery service available to millions of shoppers in Asia? What are the services for brands and retailers? What is your reach in distribution network in this region?
Sure. So I'll be very happy to share the services, especially the instant delivery services that Grab provides. You will definitely be familiar with Grab Food, which is our on-demand food delivery service. And apart from that, we have Grab Mart as well, our on-demand groceries and specialty retail delivery service, as well as Grab Express, our on-demand parcel delivery service. So our secret sauce, or not so secret sauce, that's making all these instant delivery services happen or possible is really our very established fulfillment capability. We have the largest on-demand delivery fleet in Southeast Asia, which includes cars, motorbikes, cyclists, and walkers. And this is very unique to Grab because we operate a shared fleet where our ride-hailing drivers and bikers can also do on-demand deliveries. This means that we can better optimize our fleet to meet the consumer demand and provide customers with faster deliveries, a better service, and also keep prices low. As we have heard from the previous panelists, price really matters to our consumers. To your question about the reach, all of our instant delivery services, together with our mobility and financial services, are offered all within the Grab Super app. And this is available in 480 cities across our 8 Southeast Asian countries. And they are namely Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, the Philippines, Singapore, Vietnam, and Thailand.
Thanks, Jishan. So, who in the audience who don't know Jishan, she's the head of quick commerce for Grab. So, Jishan, the last query for you is that what is your advice for the brand how to make best use of quick commerce?
Yeah, that's a really great question. And we have heard the other panelists talk about omni-channel as well. So the first thing I would say is platforms like Grab, we provide a lot of services that are tailored to your needs, whether it is the fulfillment capabilities for your existing e-commerce website or channel, or to expand your reach in e-commerce through, for example, GrabMart, as well as using our payment systems as well that's integrated with our rewards program. So the first is, explore the multitude of services that are available. And in terms of, how to make the best use of quick commerce, I think my best sort of suggestion or tip is really to not be afraid to experiment. So we talked about instant delivery, but we also offer, for example, scheduled delivery services, and we can, form some hypothesis about which type of products are better suited for instant versus scheduled delivery, and we can always experiment to maximize the sales. On top of that, Grab also provides services such as a whole holistic suite of ad solutions. So it can really help businesses to drive exposure and demand. And just as how in an offline store, you can see various ads or product placement options. These options or tools or campaign creation tools are also available on the Grab platform. So we are very open to experimenting and exploring new ideas with brands and retailers. And just to give a quick example, during the pandemic, we collaborated with an FMCG brand to create a shoppable recipes campaign. So in this campaign, consumers can browse this specific brand-inspired recipes on our app and click to purchase the entire recipe via GrabMart. So basically, in short, let's test new ideas and let's experiment together.
Okay, thanks, Jishan. So what I'm hearing is that so Guy Fuxing can think of launching in Cambodia without going in a traditional way of finding a distributor, etc., etc. And Mary can get a gaming laptop delivered to its shopper in 1 hour's time by using you guys. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Thanks, Zishan. So I would request to all the panelists to come on board. We will have our closing session.